Now make sure we don't survive.
Low vibration, lower high ground. You slipping that night like an old bitch nightgown. I ain't trying to hear about later. This is right now. These niggas ain't got shit like it's nighttime. Danny Brown back like skinny white girl. Working out, about to get the money like girls. Pull up, get ripped, nigga dead left. Sit up, push up, bicycle kick. Not for nothing, I'ma leave with something. If not, bitch, shit is good. Real hunting, you ain't gotta worry about. If we coming, nigga sliding on you. And it ain't cool running. No pun intended, I'ma step on business. Got it for the luck, like the day after Christmas. Niggas illiterate, can't read the room we in. So get your cameras out, it's a movie then. I'm about to flip the script, like they just cut the budget. Running out, showing my ass out in public. La la la, can't tell me nothing. Nights like this, bitch, they been roughing. Who you thought it really was? But you thought that it wasn't? Niggas lying like your cousins. When you know his ass wasn't. Tell him drive through like 20-piece nuggets. Broke like the ice cream machine. You niggas rubbish. I'ma drop the low. Tell that hoe come through. Sorrento paint a house at the Montaigne Blue. Everything I dreamed for. And I came true. I did it my way. Ain't play by your rules. You the type of nigga to get life up. I'm the type of nigga that can't work on an iPhone. If I lose weight, I get caught in a drug zone. I ain't worried about the hate. I just wonder where the love gone.
The whole thing. And I remember Edward just going, oh, this is crazy. I can't do this. I can't.
And this scene here too.
Yeah. We spent at least a day on that scene getting it all right. And then when we finally got to the big city stage, David Parker did all the dialogue stuff. Played it back for me. It just sounded amazing. So we just went with it.
The production.
Yeah. But actually, I think the ADR tracks were really great. But it was amazing to hear the production. Just finally go, wow, this is great. Let's go with it.
7 minutes?
Yes. I remember one take when we did that, and I thought I'd actually fully stepped on Edward's foot because his reaction was so realistic. It was going rather well for Edward, and I hadn't stepped on his foot at all.
Try to slip it right in. Look, we're gonna split it. Take the first and third time.
I think what so attracted me to the project model was that I was sort of amazed that David was so sort of specific about wanting me, and yet there was nothing that I'd done hitherto that would suggest that I was right for it. Having said that, like, as a film watcher myself, the casting that excites me most is when people being given the chance to transform themselves.
When we were shooting the scene, she was on the street. She almost got hit by a car. We shot that twice. We shot the scene.
You reshot that and I reshot the second time.
Yeah.
The stunt guys.
No stunt guys. Because the camera was out on the street.
You guys are naked.
You were on the sidewalk physically. But literally, you know, I mean, it's enough that she has the problem of like not knowing which way to look when she steps off the curb anyway. But you know, we had all these stunt drivers, and she
Because she's British.
she would step out into traffic like, and I would tell her just be fearless, don't worry about it. And she would just step right out there in the cars. You could hear like the clack of like the buttons on her coat as it hit these cars as they would zip by.
You wake up at O'Hare, Dallas, Fort Worth, BWI, Pacific, Mountain, Central.
We actually, when we shot the car by the side of the road, that was the Marina Del Rey,
Right.
the frog conservation area that was supposed to be.
That's right. Hey, man, do you remember when we were doing this shot? Remember, this is Brad's first non-subliminal appearance. But do you remember when we were shooting that and they tried to back the moving sidewalk up and they couldn't stop it and the whole entire camera unit like jammed up against the back and Conrad almost got our camera operator almost got crushed.
Sample package mouth, tiny bars of soap. single serving friends. Between takeoff and memory and have our time together, that's all we get.
For those of you looking in that little hotel video, it is Brad on the right and the line for neighbors.
Gracias. No one's ever caught that. No one's ever come up to me and caught that. I wanted to do, those little commercials when you check into a room and you have to, they show you the fire exits and you see the guy in the elevator stops and the smoke coming through and he puts a towel down at the base, the wet towel and all that. I wanted to do one of those, but we just didn't have time. So it was reduced down to that, but it's pretty pure. And not even in the middle, off to the side.
If you read Richard Schickel's biography of Brando, this guy who writes for Time magazine, he talks about seeing The Wild One and how The Wild One was one of the cinema experiences for him as a youth because it was about youth anger and Brando saying, what are you rebelling against, what do you got, and how all the critics and all the parents were saying this is subversive and an incitement to violence and all this stuff, and he felt this complete thrill of identification with it. And if you read his review of Fight Club, it's just like, it's a guy who, is completely incapable of recognizing another wave of zeitgeist film, he's incapable of seeing the same potential because he's on the other end of the generational spectrum. Now watch this shot coming up. Boom. The stewardess gets... See, I was trying so hard to keep my eyes open, but Fincher kept blowing this air cannon into my eyes. I thought I should have this serene look of fascination.
Well, you should.
No. I thought I did pretty well, considering the 200 pounds per square inch that was blowing onto my naked eyeball.
I would say that's pretty much your opus right now.
Listen, if they can cut the flap, cut your cornea and flap it up, you could do it, sure. If you give them a car set, good.
That's right.
This is my, I love the way the scene was written. I just think
it's very funny.
It's so funny. Right here, I mean.
This was done about 3 in the morning, 2 in the morning, it's one of those 18-hour days.
Not to take credit away from Jim Niels, who did a great job adapting this, but this is very faithful to the book.
Well, to this scene that exists in the book.
Oh, is this one of the ones that's not?
This is completely fabricated.
Oh, you're right.
Because originally they meet on a nude beach.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
We love
That's why hard to keep that.
Historic sundial.
Yeah.
Stonehenge, the sundial.
In the book, Tyler's making a sundial.
Anything to do with the album is cool.
Body on the beach. That's right. This is how the other big one is in the bar.
Yeah, playing. Look, can we be naked?
What were some of the most bizarre reactions? Did you find yourself like, I failed it?
No, my sister liked it.
Really?
My brother and sister loved it.
Right there in the heart of the Bible, the actual Bible.
I don't know how dainty this is. There's this guy wearing this weird sultry outfit.
He's got the Fred Siegel's package.
Yeah.
It is really interesting that one is a lighting thing. I mean, you guys really watch the car out because like the way Brad's hair reads like black there. Yeah. And mine too.
That's just under exposure.
It's just an
Inadvertent.
It's so dark. I mean, I like the film, but it's really dark.
And not just in the psychic sense. Fincher used to toss around sort of the Buddhist thing of you have to kill your parents and then kill your God and then kill your teacher. And I think, Tyler helps Jack, reject the value system of his parents, and then at the end he has to reject Tyler. If Tyler's his teacher, he has to sort of pull back, and Tyler helps him through the first steps toward enlightenment but by the end he has to pull away from Tyler and to find himself as separate from Tyler. I think that's one way you can look at the whole thing. I mean, Tyler's seduction is a more liberating seduction. It's the seduction of liberating yourself from, the entombment in material possessions and all that's familiar and emotional level.
Good Bob.
No, ancient friend of Fincher.
Interesting.
Good back.
And been about everything you've done, right?
Designs a mean pair of sweatpants too.
He's one of those guys you just need a little morale.
He is. He's the morale.
Now see, this was a scene that pretty much anytime I saw it got a laugh. Only someone like Ken Turan. Couldn't laugh at a scene like this.
He shut it, baby.
Yeah, he's good. I love that. Scratching back the edge. I'm not here to judge. You know you have a dildo, and I'm not here to judge.
Well, this was power, I gotta say. I thought it was a power surge ripping through LAX.
It took Brad about 8 takes to be able to get that car into gear.
You're out of your mind.
He did it first.
You gotta keep getting your head turned working.
Tyler, on sort of a philosophic, political level, he definitely represents sort of, I think, a very ancient impulse toward the idea of nihilism as a practical approach. I mean, it's a lot like sort of Nietzsche's Zarathustra.